Here with head coach Lars Andersson, previewing Wednesday's matchup in Savannah, Georgia, weather permitting 3:30 p.m. contest at Armstrong Pirate Field. Coach, before we get into previewing tomorrow's matchup against Armstrong State, let's talk about your run of success right now. Most recently, a 3-1 win over Clayton State, but you guys are playing pretty well right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think after an 0-3 start, we've obviously rebounded well. We've won our last 4 games, and we're 3-0 in the conference. But just as I wasn't pushing the panic button at 0-3, I don't think we're at a point at 4 games, 4 wins in a row that we're thinking that we've got it all figured out. We're going to go down and play a very, very good Armstrong team. Now, it does help us, obviously, that the confidence that we gain from beating what I consider to be a very, very talented Clayton team. But there's still a long ways to go. The season is 17 games, and we're 7 games in. We still got 10 more to go. We're taking it, I hate to use the cliche, but we're taking it game by game.
Well, let's talk about a couple of players that have been outstanding for you the past couple of games. You got to start with Courtney Crump, 5 goals. All 5 of her goals have come in the last 2 games, including a hat trick against Clayton. I thought Janae Aiken had a pretty solid performance against Clayton State as well. How much does it matter to you that players like that are stepping up and turning in performance?
Well, I've always said that I think it's difficult to be a contender in the Peach Belt, which we have obviously a number of times, without having a double-digit goal scorer. Courtney right now sits on 6 goals and she's still got 10 games to go. It obviously makes it a lot easier for the team when you can go into a game knowing that you have a couple of players that are capable of scoring goals. And in Courtney's case now, a player that may be a threat to score in just about every game, somewhat reminiscent of the 2008 season when Melanie Cobb averaged almost a goal a game. That gives you a tremendous amount of confidence. And looking at the other end of the field, obviously it's a great confidence booster to know that your back four and your goalkeeper in Janae is not going to give up a lot of goals. Obviously, we had a bit of a letdown in game 2 of this season when we gave up 6 goals. We'd only done that once before in our program's history, but I feel like we got things sorted out defensively. Janae's playing better. We changed our system of play. We really had to sort of, do a proper self-analysis when we found ourselves at 0-3. And I think I'm not saying we've figured it all out, but we're certainly on the right track.
Well, still looking for, and as much as this is going to pain me to say to you and pain you for you to hear, still looking for your first win against Armstrong in the series. You do have some ties in the series. These games have typically been very close. Strategically, both teams are pretty even. What is it about this series that makes it so special?
Well, I think starting off with the fact that I have a lot of admiration and respect for Eric Faulkner, the coach of Armstrong. He's a good friend. He's not just a colleague, he's a friend, and I respect him as a coach. He has great knowledge of the game. I feel like it's a chess game every time we go down there, and he runs a great program. His players act right. They carry themselves the right way, they do things the right way, and I respect that, and I think in turn he respects our program. That makes it a lot of fun. And I said something to the team. I said after most Armstrong games, Eric comes over and puts his arm around me and tries to console me. And I told the team, I said, I sure would love to go down there tomorrow and be the one putting my arm around Eric and consoling him after the game for a change. But obviously they have the coach, they have the players, and they have the funding. And it's a little bit like it's the U.S. versus Russians in the 1980 Hockey Olympics. I look forward to this game every year, and I think the players look forward to it, and we look forward to the challenge and the opportunity to go down and play Armstrong at their field.